Good morning, students. This lesson is for class 3 for the subject of General Science, topic Living and Non-Living Things, which is covered in chapter 1, Living and Non-Living Things of your textbook, titled Nutrients in Science, Evergreen Publications, and is being submitted to you on 19th of April 2021. Dear students, I hope through our previous two topics, the features of living and non-living things, and also how plants and animals are different, are quite clear to you. You have already done the objective questions based on the complete chapter, and now we are going to start up with the question answers based on our chapter. All of you, please get ready with your science notebook, pencil, eraser, and the heading on the top will be put as question answers from chapter number 1. So, let us begin with question number 1. And question number 1 is, how are natural things different from man-made things? And you need to write two examples for each. Now, students, as already discussed, the things that occur by nature, that means which are not made by man, they are the natural things. In natural things, we have plants, animals, we have mountains, rivers, all these are the natural things. The things that are made by man, which man has made, they are known as the man-made things. We can have buildings, we can have vehicles, we can have furniture, all these things which are made by man for its use. They are the man-made things. Now, I'll explain you question number 2, which says, are all natural things living? Children, understand the question. The question says, are all natural things living? No, all natural things are not living. Natural things such as plants, animals, humans are living. But natural things such as stars, moon, mountains, they are considered as non-living. And in question number 3, as we have already discussed the features of living things, let's recall them. What are the features of living things? The first feature is living things need food. Living things move. Living things grow. Just recall the living things. Living things breathe and living things feel. So dear children, first complete these questions in your notebook. You may pause the lesson here for 5 minutes. I hope you all must have written these questions and answers. Now let us move ahead to question number 4. Question number 4 says, why do animals move? Children, you all have observed that animals are moving from one place to another. What for? Animals move from one place to another in search of their food and shelter. As they cannot prepare their own food, they are dependent on food for plants and other living beings. So, they move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Question number 5 says, do all plants prepare their own food? Yes, children. Do all plants? No. Only green plants can prepare their own food with the help of air, water and sunlight. As we already discussed in the chapter, that green plants contain a pigment which is called chlorophyll. And it is this chlorophyll which helps the plants to absorb the sunlight. So, only green plants can prepare their own food. Move on to question number 6 now. Why all mushrooms cannot be eaten? Students, mushrooms are non-green plants. They cannot make their own food. And we cannot eat all types of mushrooms. Why? The reason is, all mushrooms cannot be eaten, as some mushrooms they contain some poisonous compounds which makes them non-edible. That means they are not fit for eating. Fine. Moving on to question number 7 now. How do plants breathe? Plants breathe through very, very small pores on their leaves. These pores are present on the underside of the leaves. And what do we call these pores? They are known as stomata. So now children, first complete these questions very neatly in your notebooks. You may pause the lesson here for 5 minutes. 5 minutes break is over now. Let us move further to our next set of questions. As per question number 8, we have to name the breathing organs in lion, fish and grasshopper. Children, lion is a land animal and it has lungs to breathe. Fish is a water animal and fish has gills to breathe. And grasshopper it's an insect. And insects have the small openings which are called spiracles. So, lion breathe through the lungs, fish breathe through the gills, and grasshopper breathe through the spiracles. Question number 9 says, how do animals reproduce? Reproduce means give birth. So animals reproduce in 2 ways. One way is by laying the eggs. Most of the birds and snakes, they lay the eggs. And the second is by giving birth to young ones. And here the example are, for example, cow and human beings. They give birth to young ones. Question number 10. We have to write 2 ways in which plants reproduce. We all know that plants also reproduce. So how? Which are the 2 ways? The first way is most of the plants they reproduce from the seeds. And there are few plants which grow from the parts of other plants. And here the example is of rose plant which grows from the stem cuttings of other rose plant. And in question number 11, you can draw anything of your own choice in which you have to draw one living and one non-living thing. This you can draw according to your choice. So dear children, here we have completed with our questions and answers. Kindly read these with understanding, write them neatly so that learning becomes easier for you. And your home assignment questions are, you need to do the test paper 1 from your science worksheet so as to do the complete revision of the chapter. Thank you, dear students.